Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome here to Turner Stadium on the campus of Taylor University for the first of three Homecoming Saturday broadcasts here on the Trojan Sports Network. First up, it's the Taylor men's soccer team taking on their foes, the Spring Arbor Cougars, who are clad in highlighter yellow today with the navy blue numbers and letters. The Trojans wearing the traditionally road purple uniforms today here at home, so a nice color rush look here for our first home event on Homecoming Saturday. The Trojans in the purple with the white numbers on the front and back. Spring Arbor comes in with an overall record of 8-4-3, 3-3 in Crossroads League action. Taylor, meanwhile, comes in 4-9-1, 1-4-1 in the Crossroads League. Starting goalkeepers today, they're brought to you by Marion Health, and the goal for Spring Arbor is the 6-foot junior out of Grand Ledge, Michigan. He transferred to SAU from Siena Heights. It's Matt LeBlanc. On the year, LeBlanc has played in 14 matches. He has started 12 of them, has over 1,000 minutes in the goal this year, has given up 13 tallies. A goals against average is a shade above 1. He has stopped shots at a 76% rate. On the other side for Taylor, it's another guy that calls Michigan home. That is Sam Spiegel, originally from here in the Grant County area, had a fine career at nearby Eastbrook High School. He's played every minute in goal this year for Taylor, over 1,200 minutes. He's allowed 26 goals. That's a goals against average of just a shade below 2, and he's stopping shots at about a 70% rate. Free kick is snuffed out here by the always exciting to watch Caleb Ballard. He's got Brock Carpenter wheeling up the near side. Brock's family's made the trip east from Colorado. Back up top, Ballard trying to shimmy to his left foot. Got tangled up a little bit in traffic. He wanted to poke it far side to Matipa, but was unsuccessful in getting it across the way. So an early foul on the Trojans, but Taylor snuffs out that free kick as Matipa blasts one in from the far corner. Wanted to curl it into the fresh haircut of Matt Yoder. Said he got tired of having to put his hair in a band and hold his hair back with a headband, and so he went to the barber, got cleaned up. He's aerodynamically sound with those sides shaved down just a whisker. As Abdul Rahman Al-Rashid presses forward. Laid back here to Rude Schneider. Lifted into the 18 right side. Spiegel clad in gray, the Taylor keeper. Watches that one get deflected across the end line, and it's going to be the first corner here of the afternoon for either team. A quick start with a couple of set pieces early on here for Spring Arbor. Al-Rashid comes over there, but he won't be the one to take it. It's curled back up by Mateus Cunha. Lifted in right side to the 18. Heeled down by Sean Fields of Taylor. And then it's off the crossbar by Spring Arbor, and Fields cleans it out on the near side. That ball just snuck, hit on the bottom side of the crossbar, but didn't go in. It ricocheted out on a laser beam from up top from those wearing highlighter yellow. Didn't see who got the shot, but it was a blistering one from the visitors as they try to strike. Not even 3 minutes in here to the opening half. Drew Leitz with the shot off the crossbar for SAU, and now they go from right to left in yellow. Pass too far to handle for Aiden Messinger. That's going back to Taylor with a far sideline throw in, the property of one Carter Glover. But a couple pop-up heavy rain showers during pre-match warm-ups today that have made the artificial surface track a little bit slicker than what we would normally see. There's about a 20 to 25% chance of rain when the day began, but it is a little pocket found us and gave everything a little rinse. Here is it still starting to sprinkle here just a little bit. Here's we're 4 minutes into the first half. Spring Arbor towards the far side. Glover on top of it for TU. Lets it roll across the end line. And it's going to be a goal kick here for Spiegel. There was a Cougar on his hip trying to make life difficult for him, and it was David Megalich. Or Megalich, excuse me. Freshman out of Portugal. And you can hear that rain starting to come down with a little bit more frequency. Here's we played almost 4 minutes of action with one shot coming from SAU that rattled the crossbar just a few moments ago. Here from Leitz. Carpenter, whose sister Marin officially signed to be the Taylor women's soccer player yesterday. Whole family's made the way out here from Colorado as the rain starts to pick back up to pre-match warm-up levels. In the back, it's Fields controlling things for TU. Near side to one of the Taylor captains in Maris. Collin with the right foot forward. Ballard, deft little touchdown to Yoder as Ballard races up near side. Yoder to his left, slips it back. Ballard had to come back to get it as he stopped in mid-stride, but as he did, the offside flag held in the air on the near side by assistant referee Khalid Falik. Aaron Rollins is our referee. The other assistant referee, he's on the far side of the field. That would be Mr. Eric Hench. So a good early look there for Taylor, trying to create their first scoring opportunity today and just take their first shot, as Spring Arbor has had a really good pace here to begin things. Fields in the middle, couldn't get the clearance away as Al Rashid holds it in. Has 4 different Trojans around him. Rashid almost got away from all 4, but the last one for Taylor back poked that ball away. That might have been Glover, and now Taylor comes up the near side with it. Glover dances across midfield, dumps it near side. Ballard, left foot full extended, toe tapped it back to himself. Long range pass to the middle of the field, trying to get around to the center of the heart. It's Yoder, then it's deflected far side as Glover comes in to help top of the 18. Glover passes up a shot. Matipa wanted to work it back to him as he tried to. It got deflected by SAU. Back to the middle of the 18, flicked away by the left foot of McCallow of SAU. Quick housekeeping note for you folks today. We, as you mentioned, have 3 broadcasts today. We will only be able to provide audio coverage here for the men's soccer match for this first half, and then we have to go inside, or I have to go inside, I guess more specifically, go inside and get volleyball set up and ready to go for the 3 o'clock start. But we will have the video keep rolling. There just won't be any audio after halftime. We played almost 7 minutes here in the first half. Still just 1 shot. It's been the best scoring opportunity all day for either team. It was the Leach shot that just went off the crossbar. A little pop into the air by Schneider for SAU. As those in yellow go from right to left, dumping into Al Rashid as he picks it up on the near end line. Cut off by Levi Yoder. Up the near side comes SAU to the top of the 18. They dump it back to Avalos. All the way to the far side as Braden Cosmet tries to jump on it. And he'll let it roll to the feet of his teammate on the far side. Crashing in is Megal H. End line. It goes off the feet as Cunha was right in front of things on the end line. Justin Devlin pushed from behind, turned around, looked for a call that didn't come as Spring Arbor takes the goal kick from Spiegel and lifts it forward. Maris tried to come back, can kick it away. It was intended for Schneider. He couldn't scoop it up, and so now he and Carpenter fight, and then Schneider chucks Carpenter down to the turf. Carpenter was parallel with the turf after a forearm shove from Schneider, but no foul comes, and SAU has the throw, and they go all the way back to the defensive side of things to regroup. Francis Kwashi head of the attack as he sends it near side. Skied up off the head of an SAU player. Bounces over that of Schneider as Taylor unsuccessful at taking out of the defensive end as it stays here on the near side. Pop forward by Al Rashid to the near side end line. Maris nicely done. Turns and clears it off of Al Rashid. And Taylor gets the goal kick after Al Rashid was starting to work his way up the near side for SAU. No score. Almost 9 minutes gone here in our first half of play today. Just 1 shot recorded on this wet and slippery track here at Turner Stadium Day after a couple of intermittent storms during pre-match warm-ups and then here a few moments ago during the first half. M. Yoder heads it forward. It pops back. Matipa couldn't get to it. And the ball is turned and sent into row number 2 by Kwashi of SAU. Taylor throwing here near sideline with Carpenter. 3 defenders in front as he tried to find Matt Yoder. Carpenter sweeps it back, and it'll be Fields, one of the center backs for Taylor, dishing off to one of the other captains in Matt Harold, excuse me. Harold to the center circle. Devlin all the way near side and Carpenter. Some room to work for Brock. as he surveys and plays it forward to Ballard. Ballard dances. Try to get to his right foot. Nice little flick away by the foot of the defender in front of McCallow. Al-Rashid was the one trying to move it forward. He got stopped. Trying to hold it in near side. Coming back to help him out was McCallow. Gierme works to the middle and swings it all the way to the far side. And Cunha, who had an opportunity earlier inside the 18, but it just took an awkward bounce off of his shoes. Avalos, with Ballard right there on his hip, turns and plays it back to Messinger, who's got plenty of room to work in the defensive end for SAU. Quashie right of center, now right up the middle of Main Street. Still in the defensive end is SAU, very patient here, trying to build from the back with 34 minutes and change left to play in the first half of a scoreless contest here from Upland, Indiana on homecoming Saturday. Al-Rashid pops it off to Avalos. Near side of the field, Al-Rashid felt Maris coming. He played it around him. He falls down, holds his legs, and he rolls back to his feet. So he was looking for a foul. Normally don't have a lot of folks sitting on the away stands. There is one lone human. Looks to be a college student dressed as a bottle of yellow mustard. Looking very similar to the uniforms of Spring Arbor has on today. If that's a Spring Arbor student, tip your cap to that guy coming out and supporting his fellow brethren dressed like a condiment that you'd find on a picnic table. Foul as Devlin gets chucked down to the turf. Windy day today. Taylor has the wind in their faces here in the first half as they go from left to right. Near sideline, out on Taylor. Quick restart here from McCallow and SAU. Back to the keeper, LeBlanc, who has not been challenged yet by a Taylor shot. Just one shot in total. It was the one off the crossbar that we talked about a couple of times from Leeds. Midfield line, Schneider. Try to sprint around Carpenter. Maris comes to help him out, and now that forced Schneider to stop. Ooh, nice step over move from Schneider. Left-footed crossing pass to the middle. Deflected down, right still up top. SAU tries to measure a long-range shot. They bluff once. They let it go. It's blocked by the feet of Glover, and Harold turns and clears it away far side as Cunha faked out the first defender in front, but then he had two guys wearing purple that were blocking his path to Spiegel in the goal to our left. Good news, the rain has stopped, at least for the time being. It looks like it's going to be pretty intermittent here throughout today's contest. Quashie just inside midfield for SAU is there in mustard yellow going from right to left. Near side of the field, attacking end for McCallow and SAU. Almost stepping onto its Cunha. Now he's getting walked back up the near sideline here by Devlin. As both those guys bump, they get intertwined, and it's actually going to be a foul against Spring Arbor. As Cunha got his arm too tangled up with Devlin, but both young men were trying to get a hook around the other one. Second foul of the afternoon against Spring Arbor. It looks like the rain has started up here once again as we see former Taylor women's basketball player Erin McGay. When she played here, she was Erin Gennari, and her husband Isaac, and their three lovely children with umbrellas in hand, walking. Some spitting rain starting to fall from our gray clouded skies overhead. 31-40 left to go here in the first half. Still scoreless. Defensive end, Taylor unable to clear. Leach trying to hold it in. Pops back up high to Cunha. Dumps it down right of center. Long range shot blocked back by Fields. That one was turned loose by Megal H. Maris on the near side. Tight quarters past Carpenter. Long range headed up. Yoder flicked it into space with his forehead. Nobody home in purple. And Quashie turns and plays it back to his keeper LeBlanc, who's in the baby blue top and the black shorts and the black leggings today. It is a cool fall Saturday with temperatures hovering in the low 50s, which will only drop for our football game tonight, which kicks off at 7 against another team that wears navy blue and yellow predominantly. Those would be the Crusaders of Madonna. Schneider up the near side, gets it back on a deflection and dumps it to the middle where he finds Leitz, whose long-range shot skips in with pace and got on Spiegel in a hurry, and Sam smothered it up as he leaned to his left and stopped it right on that wet, skipping turf. An impressive first stop here for Sam Spiegel. And a big shot coming there from Cunha. From way 30-plus yards away, then that thing just hummed just about 6 inches above the turf. Almost like you're trying to skip a rock down to the creek on a July afternoon. Maris with his gold cleats bombs it all the way to the far side, but it didn't have enough juice to get away to Glover. Intercepted by SAU as they boogie their way to the middle. Pressing forward, Megal H. Now to the far side, and Leitz, who rang one off the crossbar in the opening moments. Passes up far side, SAU looking to cross. They do, as that one skips across the wet turf before it's scooped up by Taylor's Justin Devlin. The Northern Irishman through the raindrops near side. Yoder circles, and he could not keep it in on the near side after he hustled his heart out. Spring Arbor sets up from the defensive end. Quashie to Cunha on the right sideline. That'd be the far side of the field. Nice little deft play by Megal H. Got around one defender, couldn't get away from Fields, who boots it out of play across the end line. As we approach 29 minutes left to go in this first half, Spring Arbor gets ready for corner kick number 2. Third-year head coach for SAU is Marco Bernardini. Taylor, of course, led by their alumnus and the 20th-year head man, Gary Ross. Far side corner again for SAU. They skip it to the middle of the field. Nobody comes out of cover. Lifting shot goes high and wide to the near side off the right foot of Drew Leitz. Bryce Lawrence in for the first time for TU. He's the first sub off the bench for either team. He'll take over for the aforementioned Fields, who is one of the 2 Taylor starting center backs. Again, folks, just a friendly reminder to you that with our volleyball match starting so quickly after this men's soccer match will conclude, we will only be able to provide audio for the first half today. We will continue. Don't have to worry. You won't miss the second half. Just won't be any audio with it. So don't go anywhere. Halftime, we'll play the ads, all that good stuff, but you just won't have any audio when half number 2 starts. Center circle Glover deflects it off an SAU player. L. Yoder works it near side to Lawrence. Lawrence, a couple step over moves as he's being trying to be tracked down by Avalos. Off of Yoder and back to the middle, or towards the middle, where it's picked up here by Spring Arbor. Schneider on the near side, bodied up by Levi Yoder as those two walk back near the near stripe. Quashie in the defensive end, one of the 2 center backs for SAU. Taylor doesn't apply pressure. Now Quashie does feel a little pressure as M. Yoder stepped forward. They loop the pass over Brock Carpenter and a big touch to the middle by Schneider, but he was way offside by about 5 yards, according to our assistant referee on the far side, Khalid Falak. So Eric Hench, actually the assistant referee on the near sideline. That's the second offside, the first offside against Spring Arbor here today. Taylor still in search of their first shot attempt of the day. 18 minutes gone here in half 1. Free kick Devlin. Sends it to the far side where Maris operates here as he and Carpenter have flip-flop sides of the field. Running into the far side, Yoder. Quashie was the first one to it. His big first touch saved it from rolling out of bounds. And he curled it up near midfield and didn't play it out of bounds. Good job there by Quashie. Little pop forward to Cunha. Taylor cuts in front of him, and they deflected far side and out of play. Quashie near midfield. Far side to Cunha. Matipa comes and applies pressure from behind. Leitz has it taken away nicely by Maris, and it's scooped up by Lawrence. But his progress immediately stopped by Avalos, who came cutting in from his weak side. Near side, this is Schneider trying to get behind the last man. Nice pass with the top of the 18, bluffing a shot Cunha. Right side, long range attempt, skipped on the way there, wasn't hit clean on the try from Leitz. Still near side to Al Rashid. Serpentined his way, got tangled up with Ballard as those two slalom around each other. Ballard falls, Al Rashid still with the ball near side. Carpenter comes to help his buddy out for Taylor. And back to the near side, Schneider sends it in, curling right foot. Far side of the goal where it's gloved and caught by the keeper, Spiegel. Second save of the afternoon for the talented junior, Sam Spiegel. Still has that fine mustache. He actually talked about potentially maybe shaving it, and some of us have tried to talk him out of it. Foul called against Schneider of SAU. That's the third one here on the visitors. Played almost 20 minutes of soccer here in the first half. Taylor still has yet to record their first shot. They haven't really gotten, they had one opportunity. I think it was either with Glover or Levi Yoder near the top of the Spring Arbor box, but from there, nothing has really come offensively here for the Trojans. Spring Arbor has outscored their opponents 35-18 this year and outshot them, almost doubling their shot total, 100-51 in favor of Spring Arbor this year. Cunha trying to get around Harold. They bump Cunha. Nice job by Harold. Had the ball at his heels, and he clicked him and sent him to the far side. SAU still holds in to the middle of the field. Leitz thought about a left-footed shot, goes to the right, wants to curl it in. He did, but it didn't curl enough as it's wide right. But that's because it got deflected on the way there, and it's going to be a corner for Spring Arbor. As we knock on the door, 24 minutes left to go here in our opening 45. 7 shots to none in favor of Spring Arbor. It's Mateus Cunha taking it on the far side for SAU. This comes to the left of Spiegel, and now Cunha walks away as Al Rashid walks in to take it, and he looks to be a left-footed kicker, so this could be a good in-swinger opportunity for Al Rashid, the sophomore out of Iraq. Up the right side, Cunha. Back to Al Rashid. Nice play back to Cunha as they got the 2 defenders for Taylor to deke away. Header on and skips off the top of the crossbar. Nicely done, Kwashi, the senior out of Ontario. Found a nice little pocket of space inside the 18. Turned and flicked it to the left, but he didn't get it down enough as it skipped right over the top of the crossbar and out of play. So that's 2 off the crossbar today here for Spring Arbor. Al Rashid volleys it out of the air. Schneider tries to work his way to the middle. Leitz pop back towards the middle of the 18. Kwashi presses forward as SAU continues to live in their attacking half as they go from right to left. Al Rashid to the middle, runs into Lawrence of Taylor. Al Rashid keeps his feet about him and keeps him moving to the middle. His shot blocks sky high. Harold tracks and heads forward. Headed back in out of the air, Avalos. Collision in the air. Both players okay, but Maris, hands on his head, now runs his hands through his curly hair in perplexion and wonderment and bewilderment. So the second foul on Taylor is going to be a costly one potentially, as this thing's going to be put right in the middle of the field, and maybe only 3 to 5 yards outside of the box. So a wonderful scoring opportunity here for Spring Arbor. As we've seen already, they've had a couple of blistering low-angle shots, or just low-range shots, I should say, just barely getting them over the turf and having them really get on Spiegel in a hurry. And we've also seen a couple of guys be able to bend it really, really well as well. So we'll see hands on the hips for the Brazilian Mateus Cunha. As Al Rashid comes over to have a chat with him, he walks away. It's a 4-man wall right in the middle of the 18. Cunha on top, right-footed attempt, blasts in and punched over the crossbar nicely by Spiegel, his third stellar save of the afternoon. Trying to go top shelf was Cunha. He curled it up and around the wall, but right there was Spiegel on the read and two-handed shoved over the crossbar. Far side corner for SAU to be their 4th of the day. Al Rashid stands over it. First time they'll curl one in today. Headed on and over the crossbar by Kwashi as he was on the right side of the 18. Second sub about to come on for the Trojans and Carlos Sanabria. Sanabria summoned, and he replaces Lawrence, who came in as the sub for the starter Sean Fields. 21 and change left to go here in the opening half. And we see the Spiegel family making their way to their seats. Hopefully they just saw their son's 3rd save of the afternoon. All 3. 2 of the 3 have been spectacular. Sam made it look pretty routine, but probably wasn't for mere mortals like ourselves. And a foul here against SAU's Al Rashid. He jumped, used the Taylor player to kind of propel himself in the air with a little forearm. So he gets whistled for the foul. That's number 4 on the visitors today. Rain still holding off here for the time being. Folks still have their hooded jackets and umbrellas with them just in case another pop-up shower starts to rain on the parade here for homecoming Saturday. But it looks like a little bit of sunshine starting to try to creep out from behind these gray clouds that are almost the same color as the light gray trunks and long sleeve shirt socks here for Sam Spiegel. Another foul on Al Rashid as he took down Carpenter. And Brock gets a quick restart here for Taylor. Taylor Trojans pushing it forward. They wanted to go Matt Yoder to Ballard. It got cut off by SAU. Ballard fights on the near side with McCallow. Al Rashid tripped up as he tried to split two Taylor defenders. Looping up near side, Schneider. He's behind the Taylor defense. Devlin tracks back to try to slow him down. Schneider works his near side, left foot, trying to go far side. Kicked away by Spiegel, and then it goes off of Maris's feet and over the end line. Third stellar save out of the four that Spiegel has made this afternoon. Seems with every passing moment we continue to add more highlights to the Spiegel highlight season reel. Cunha will take this near side corner, both hands in the air. Forearms covered in long blue sleeves. Headed on, way over the crossbar. Backside attempt there for Aiden Messinger. Two Spring Arbor subs coming on. Those are Jack Voigt, number 9, and Victor Kuhn, number 18. They replace Megaleche and Braden Cosmet, who you not see a lot of there for Cosmet, who's on the far side of the field for Spring Arbor. They were really working a lot of stuff here on the near side. That'd be the left side of the things for Spring Arbor. Just under 19 minutes left to go here in the opening half. Scoreless between Taylor and Spring Arbor, but the Cougars have drilled 13 shots on the afternoon, 4 of them on goal, and Spiegel's turned all 4 of them away. Ballard is taken down by McCallow. And another foul here against SAU as Schneider helps up his fellow brethren wearing number 11 today. Foul number 6 against the visitors here in the first half. Devlin with tape on that right wrist, blasted to the far side, where Maris checks to see if anyone's coming, and it just bounced off of his left foot, hands on his head in frustration. Cunha dealed it off, and the intended man that he was working it to, Leitz, got tripped by Matipa as we dip below 18 minutes left to go here in the opening half. There's a little patch of blue sky opening up right above Turner Stadium, but mostly gray skies and plenty of rain here in this first half so far. Schneider again. SAU sweeps it along near side to McCallow. Curls around Devlin, coming off the line, headed back near side as Spiegel made a move, and then he went back in to make sure he was in frame to try to stop it. Kwashi turns and karate kicks it all the way back to LeBlanc. LeBlanc is moving back to Kwashi, 6'2", senior out of Ontario. Far sideline for SAU. They turn and change the point of attack back to the near side with Kwashi again, who's been really a force to try to build things out of the defensive end for SAU. Again, a long ball into Schneider. He gets cut off by Devlin, who cuts off his path. Spiegel off the line, and the keeper slides and smothers it up. Less than 17 minutes remaining here in our half. Levi Kelly looks to be entering at the next opportunity for Taylor. Off the feet of Messinger, puts his hands in the air, says that one was off of me, and it stays with Taylor. Messinger senior also out of Ontario, but he's from Ottawa. Kwashi from Toronto. Taken down from behind, Sanabria by the Ottawa man, Messenger. Near side free kick. Devlin stands over it. Carpenter starts to circle a little bit to the left of Justin in case he wants to play one short and low. A whole gaggle of folks near the top of the 18 as Taylor shoots on the goal to our right, still looking for that first shot of the afternoon of the home team. Devlin curls it back towards the end line, trying to find a space inside the 18 where the Trojans couldn't get there in time. It's flicked away by Cunha, and he skyrockets it all the way to the other end of the field as it goes all the way from one box line to about 10 yards outside of the box on the other end to our left. So easy work for Spiegel as everybody tries to regroup. A long pass far side. And it looks like that is the man wearing the mustard costume is an SAU supporter, as he just signaled that was going the Cougars' way. The true question is, does he have real mustard on it? Or is he just wearing the costume? Maybe this is an early test run for his Halloween outfit. You never know. Less than 15 to go. Trying to curl one into Cunha was SAU. Diving and kicking it away nicely was Devlin. Schneider works up the near side. Switching on to him was Levi Yoder. Now Quashie in the defensive side for Spring Arbor, as those wearing the mustard yellow go from right to left. And now some folks here for Taylor homecoming having a chat with the mustard man across from us in his mustard costume. It looks like now we're taking some photos with the mustard man. The folks out here for homecoming. Carpenter out, Kelly in for TU as we approach 14 minutes remaining before recess. Out of play far side off of SAU, and the Trojans will bring in another sub. That'll be Liam Brennan, who's started a handful of matches this year. He comes in to get Glover. Carter's older brother, Drew, on the near side, gives him a high five as little bro checks off. And now the Glovers have a chat on the near side about what those two have been seeing on the field from their vantage points. Off the shoulder, Bria back to the SAU side attacking wise. They dump it down into space was Leeds, and then he got cut off. Levi Yoder circling in traffic, had his brother in front and out near side of the fresh legs of Levi Kelly. Fresh crew cut for Kelly. Al Rashid steps around him. Comes in, he gets clipped on the hip by Devlin, and they get Justin for the foul. It's going to stay with SAU on the fourth foul of the day here for TU. Gets it back in the defensive end again. Here's Kelly coming up the near sideline. The Trojans in purple tops and white shorts going from left to right. They dump it in. It goes off of Sanabria's feet as Ballard was making a separating run up the near side. Josh Madiri in for SAU. He replaces Cunha, the midfielder out of Brazil, who has been very fun to watch here in the first half. Madiri, a 5'10 junior out of Mason, Michigan. Missing the ball out of the air, but having come back to his feet was Schneider. SAU turns it over. Sanabria to the middle and Matipa. Taylor looking for their first shot. Matipa sizing things up. In traffic, lifts it in, trying to pop it over LeBlanc, and he had to get his fingertips on it and punched it over the crossbar. Cheeky little play there from Matipa. Tried to catch LeBlanc napping. And the Trojans' first shot comes with less than 12 minutes to go, but it was a dangerous one off the foot of Brian Matipa. Devlin and Ballard on the far side for the Trojans as LeBlanc gets the save, got his fingertips up underneath that ball and punched it over. So with the first shot in the books, can Taylor get a second shot on goal here in quick succession? Devlin curls, low, short, headed up and back, near side and off the end line, and Taylor will reset things and it'll come to the near side for a corner as that one went off the head of an SAU defender. Ballard and Devlin again here. Ballard bluffs taking with his left foot off to Devlin. Ballard circling in. Pass led him a little bit. Top of the box. He couldn't get it in as it was blocked right back where it came from. Nicely in there by Victor Toon, who just came off the bench a few moments ago. Almost 10.5 minutes remaining here in the first half. The Trojans Took almost a half hour to get their first shot, but when they did, it tested LeBlanc, the SAU keeper. And now they're trying to live a little bit longer here in the offensive end to our right. Harris drives off the ball on his purple uniform. Maris heaves it in over his head into the 18. Matt Yoder flicks it back to the middle. There's Matipa. Volleys it out of the air. It just missed the near side post. The best scoring opportunity for the Trojans was that close going in. Right down the 10-minute mark as a spot where this game might have gone in Taylor's favor. A wonderful job by Matipa to track it out of the air, stay patient, wait for it to get down to his foot at a spot that he wanted, and now SC turns over. Sanabria from distance, and he launches it almost into orbit. Sanabria wanted to test LeBlanc from range, and he just got too much underneath. .25 remaining here in our first half. Rain has again held off here for the last handful of moments, but we have been experiencing some rain throughout the better part of this first half. Goal kick into the 18, deflected back towards Taylor's keeper, Sam Spiegel. Loops it near side. Here's Kelly. Touches around a defender. M. Yoder comes back to get it. And then back to Harold. Matt to the far side and Maris. Less than 9 to play here in the first 45 minutes between Taylor and Spring Arbor. No score, but both teams have had at least one scoring opportunity. SAU has had a couple in their back pocket. Spiegel has turned them away with 4 saves, 3 of the spectacular variety. And then the one missed just by a few inches just now. Here from Brian Matipa for Taylor. Long pass for the Trojans. Sanabria was hoping it would sneak over the 6'2 Messenger. It did not. But his header is scooped up by Sanabria's teammate Yoder. Trying to slide on the stop was SAU. Matipa hustling his gut to the far sideline. Stops it and now works back to the middle. Brian dribbling. Oh, a cheeky backheel flick to the far side. And it's blasted in and over the crossbar and out of play. Now it's Liam Brennan on the backside. Matipa in full stride with one swift move of the leg. Back heel kicked it to the far sideline. He's waiting right there for someone in purple to pick it up. Less than 8 to go here before recess. Taylor applying pressure on LeBlanc as he tries to get out of his defensive end. His far side pass cut down by Brennan. Back into the center circle. Al-Rashid shakes away from Levi Yoder. Another looping ball near side Schneider. Does he have enough room to get to it before it gets out of play? He does. But Devlin's right there, right in his pockets. Popped it around his space, so Kelly scoops up for TU. M. Yoder near the middle of the field. Still deep in the defensive end, backing up inside the 18 is Maris for TU. Taylor's been outshot by 9, 14-5. But they've outshot SAU 5-0 in the last couple of moments after it's been all Cougars offensively for the better part of this first half that has 7 minutes remaining in it. Back to the middle, bounces through a couple of different players. Devlin slides. Now to Maris. Right foots it forward. Avalos cuts it off. Sanabria comes from behind, tries to make his life difficult. Kwashi, 2 defenders there, and Sanabria and Matipa take it away. And now here's Ballard trying to work into Matipa, but there's the 6'2 Kwashi. Throws one of those tree trunk-like legs out there and cuts that pass down with ease. Messenger coming up the near side defensively for SAU. Left-footed blast towards the far side over midfield. Headed on, sneaking behind the D, but sneaking too much was Drew Leitz, and he's offside. Second offside of the afternoon for SAU. As we closer to 6 minutes separating us from halftime. Well, the good news for the mustard man across from us, in case it does start to rain again, the cap that he's wearing over his head to complete the outfit does serve as a shield or a hood of some sort. So if it does rain again, he is A-okay. Off the free kick, bouncing around in the SAU defensive end. Cougars trying to clear. Al-Rashid. Near side to McCallow. Here's Schneider again, who's been very instrumental and very active all afternoon here in the first half for SAU. Gets away from Kelly, dekes it off to Mediri, And then SAU loops it right side. Lifted into the 18. Mediri sneaking in. It's over his head and out of play. Untouched by anyone in purple, and Taylor gets a goal kick with almost 5 minutes remaining here in half number 1. Taylor patiently builds from the back with Maris. Far Yoder. Popped forward by Merritt. Cut down nicely by Sanabria, keeping away from an SAU defender, but his long pass was behind Ballard and easily scooped up by SAU's Aiden Messenger. Harold plays it back to Spiegel in the defensive end for TU. Near side, Kelly for the Trojans. Taylor head coach Gary Ross wanting the Trojans to keep moving it forward. Instead, they play it back, try to slowly build from the defensive end with less than 4.5 minutes separating us from halftime. Spiegel curls it near sideline. Kelly tried to get around the first defender. He did, but the second one came and took it away. That was McCullough. Al-Fareed to the middle. This is Mediri. Eludes Matt Yoder, who was coming in from his weak side all the way to the far side of the field for SAU. They've outshot Taylor 14-5 here this afternoon. Pass was deflected back on the attempt from Voigt. And the visitors go all the way back near midfield, trying to find some open space as Messenger gets the ball at his feet, directing traffic with his left hand as he jogs up the near side. Back right of center with a piece of Velcro, maybe a captain's armband, wagging around off the left bicep of Kwashi. Pass too far for McCallow. Here comes Ballard, trying to take it away from him. Messenger cuts in front with some open room. Messenger still dribbling near side. Now Devlin steps forward, tries to stop him. Messenger turns and lays it back here near side. Schneider. Big long steps forward, curls a right-footed shot, short of the near side post and out of play. Goal kick Spiegel. Devlin heads it along about 10 yards inside midfield. This one goes off of Matipa's back. Sanabria turns and pleads for an SAU foul call that doesn't, or a handball that doesn't come. Schneider's pass, tried to dump it down, and dumped it right off to Taylor's Levi Kelly. Then Ballard gets tripped by Schneider. And with 2:40 left to go, the Trojans have got a free kick here from the near side when they score the first half. Spring Arbor has outshot Taylor 15-5 and 4-1 in shots on goal. A couple opportunities for SAU here in the first half, just one for the Trojans. And all 5 of their shots came a few moments ago in quick succession. Can Devlin's free kick near side as he bends it to the right. Heading in, Maris cut in front of Kwashi as he turns and pleads for a foul as the sun briefly comes from behind the hides the clouds and then goes back into hiding. This pennant sent out to the near side. Good late run there from Maris to cut in front. Turned over by SAU. Matipa in the defensive end dancing. Left shot got blocked by Kwashi. Still loose in the 18. Volleyed high, but still not out of play to the near side. It's played by Al Rashid. And now it lands across the near sideline. And with 100 seconds remaining in the first half, the Trojans might have one last stab here, getting the first goal of the match today. Maris taking his time. He won't get it off until less than 90 seconds are left to play here in the first. Whistle blows, trying to get Maris to hustle up a little bit. So we get close to a minute left to play in the first half. No score between Taylor and SAU. Yoder heads it on, try to get it to the 18. He did, farther along in the 18, but it was only folks in yellow there. Brennan heads it back in. Yoder heads it down to space, far side. Yoder to Yoder, Matt to Levi. End line, back up top. Yoder cuts it down, big bounce off of his foot. Trying to turn over his left shoulder, lays it back far side. Brennan outside the 18, skips it off the turf. Got caught on the feet of Yoder. Maris had it for a brief moment, then it got volleyed away. Matipa comes and kicked it up and off the forearm, and that was a blatant handball that falls on deaf ears. How was that not a handball that went right off of the SAU player's forearm? And now headed out into row 3 with 33 seconds left. And that would have been a great opportunity. And that ball landed right near former Taylor soccer player Tyler Dayhoff. His wife, Sydney, former women's basketball player Sydney Huffman, sitting with her sister Emma and her fiance, everybody's favorite Taylor football player, Trey Wood. You know him from watching all the Taylor baseball games and being the large fellow with the big hat. Headed down on by SAU, Maris forwards it forward with his skull. Yoder flicks it on with 3. Still loose, and Sanabria a long-range shot, but he couldn't let her go. The Matipa shot just missed on that near side from that going in and giving Taylor a 1-0 lead. A couple opportunities for SAU, but Spiegel stands tall. It's a 15-7 shots advantage for Spring Arbor here in the first half. And we go to the first half to halftime, scoreless. Just remember, we'll still keep you rolling here on the Trojan Sports Network with Taylor men's soccer. There's no audio coverage. We have to go get set up and get ready for volleyball. So the second half still coming here in a scoreless deadlock between Taylor and Spring Arbor. This is Taylor men's soccer on the Trojan Sports Network.
Life to the full for me looks like approaching every conversation as if it is for the kingdom and to the glory of God.
Life to the full to me means being present where your 2 feet are at.
When I think of life to the full, I think of joy, especially the Taylor body, the Taylor community, what Taylor has to offer.
The way we're equipping students to live life to the full is that we're helping them have a global humility.
There are so many things at Taylor that are preparing me to live life to the full. I love doing research and engaging in projects within my major, computer science, so I could go from programming 1 minute to doing a Bollywood dance and performing as part of Mosaic Night the next.
We have a lot of opportunity here to help students and to equip them to live life full now and well beyond their years at Taylor, and part of that is the intentionality we have with developing relationships with one another.
I'm experiencing life to the full at Taylor through the different opportunities that Taylor allows us to learn about different cultures, people, and places.
I love that we get to do chapel together 3 times a week. Nobody takes attendance. Nobody tells me I have to be there, but I get to be there.
I think I see that in sports, on the football field, and in the throwing ring, in classes, and also in student leadership positions.
I experience life to the full at chapel because I get to play in a chapel band. And I get to sit up there and play piano and glorify God with one of my gifts.
The community gives me a sense of life to the full in that I get to see students go through their 4 years here, develop as intellectuals and scholars, be prepared for their vocations, and go out into the world and influence the world for Christ.
Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland is proud to support Taylor University Athletics. Located at 148 South Main Street, Best One is open 6 days a week. Owner Mike Pearson and his staff offer replacement tires from brands like Bridgestone, Firestone, and Goodyear. Customers can also shop for tires from the comfort of their home by using the online tire finder. When it's time for mechanical repairs, Best One's ASE certified technicians can perform a wide range of services to get their customers back on the road. And those same technicians can do repairs on fleet vehicles as well. Taylor Athletics says thank you to Mike Pearson and everyone at Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland. Join the Trojan Club today and support Taylor student athletes 12 months a year. The Trojan Club has 4 different levels of membership for you to choose from. Each level receives complimentary season tickets, while the Athletic Director's Circle and Trojan MVP levels receive gifts from the athletic department. Over the years, members have helped supply the funds for a sports information position, purchasing equipment for teams and the athletic training staff, and providing broadcasts of Trojan athletics like the one you're enjoying right now. With the support of alumni and friends, the Taylor combination of spiritual growth, outstanding academics, and a highly competitive intercollegiate athletic program can continue. To join, call 765-998-4331 or log on to TaylorTrojans.com and click on the Trojan Club tab at the top of the homepage. The Trojan Club, supporting Taylor University student athletes.
If you get sick, you can trust that we will take care of you. As a Magnet-designated healthcare system, our expert team will create a personalized plan to get you back on your feet. Marion Health, great care from great people.
What limits you? Too small, too old, insecure, broken. You have no limits. Rethink your limits.